So if you guys are new to this channel, we do live streams in the morning to kind of pregame and talk to everyone and hang out. And then when I go live in the afternoon, it's more about like getting down to business, the nitty gritty of what we're doing. So today I decided that I am going to do my makeup while I'm on live and finish my makeup so that we can just chat and hang out and yeah, just talk about whatever, really. And it's nice. It gives us a chance to just talk about things that, I don't know. The live streams, hi, Madel, hi. They're always about crime or whatever it is that we're talking about. But, for me, it's like sometimes I just want to chill and like talk to people. So anyways, hi, how are you? I'm going to put on some music. How are you? Let's see. Where's my upbeat? I decided to do my makeup today on live stream so that I could go live earlier as well. All right, let's do like chill live stream. Let's see what it says for the, for the playlist. No, wait. Anyways, they are good. They are good. Everybody is back at school, which is great. Very exciting. Yeah, so excited because everybody is healthy and happy, and that's all I can ask for is just that they're fine, I was actually just on the phone with my husband, and it's like, where's the music? Play. Oh, I didn't want to save it. Put on a little music. Anyways, I was just on the phone with my husband, and I'm like, we were just talking about some different things, and I'm like, yeah, we seem to forget that we've had sickness in this house for, that is all we ever, right. How many kids do you have? But yeah, my thing is like, we've had sickness, we've had, and then it's not even like everybody's sick at once. Oh, 3. Yeah, I only have 2. That's the thing is like, it got one of us, then it got my daughter first, then it got me, then it got my son, then it got my husband, then it came back to my son because he had something else going on, it is ear infection. Eldest is 28 and youngest is 15. Oh, yeah. Old babies now. They'll never not be babies. I tell my daughter that all the time. I'm like, you will be my baby forever. Forever and ever and ever. That's it. I don't care how old you get. The babies. For sure. My little mirrors are so dirty. But anyways, so today during the live stream, we are going to be watching the OJ deposition where he testified in the civil trial, because I was watching some of that, and everyone follows, right? And it was very interesting. Oh my God, I meant to tell you, I watched the Gabby Petito documentary. I'm writing the script now, and I'm just doing some other research because I don't want to just break down the documentary. Like, I want to break down the case. So good. And when I tell you, I was so mad the whole time. Just, ugh. But it is a great documentary. It is very frustrating. You know what I think the hardest part? I was explaining this to my friend the other day, right? I'm a mom. I have a son. And I would take a bullet for my kids, right? Like, we are all parents. We all understand that. And I was trying to put myself in the shoes of Roberta Laundrie. And I'm like, okay, my son has committed a heinous crime. What do I do? And I don't think any of us would really know that because we're not in that position. But as I was watching and watching and watching, just getting more frustrated. Like the fact that she was texting her daughter, making jokes about him escaping, and then Cassie's like, oh my God, so funny. And it's like, somebody's missing. Like, what the fuck? A girl who lived in your home is actively missing. It's insane. Yeah, the burn after reading letter. I have thoughts because, like, I would move heaven and earth for my children, okay? And I think every child of a good parent knows that, right? Every child of a good parent is like, I could go to my parents because they would do anything for me. But then, can you hear me okay, by the way? But then, like, that is not a letter I would ever write. I would never write, like, if you go to jail, I'll put a file in the cake. Like, no, if you go to jail, maybe I'll visit you. But, like, it's just, I hated it. I don't know. If you hate my guts, I'll get new guts. It was just so bizarre. The whole thing was so very bizarre. I did not understand. But, and then her sister, I don't know if you've caught this either, but on TikTok, everybody has clocked her sister's Instagram, which I went to go check out, right? And, right, she will bury the body for him. And I'm like, I love my kids. I can't help you in a crime. I'm not helping you in a fucking crime. Like, it's just, the whole thing is so bizarre. But anyway, so I went to Cassie Laundrie's Instagram, and I wanted to look around it myself, and I took some screenshots, and I read some of the things, and I was like, private your Instagram. Why is your Instagram live? Like, she's on, it's almost like she wants the world to see, and she wants, like, I don't know. It's almost like she wants to have this argument with the public. And she has a bunch of Instagram posts, and I mean, there's not one kind comment on there anywhere, which is, again, like, why are you subjecting yourself to that? Just private the whole thing. I don't understand. I don't know. I you know what? I keep saying I don't understand. I don't understand that family in general. I don't understand how Brian Laundrie's dad can, like, just go out a couple mornings after Gabby's gone and just like, hi, B-boy, and just like mow his lawn. Like nothing. They treated it like nothing. Very insensitive. Very insensitive. And then her trying to talk about like how her brother's victim of domestic violence, and, you know, okay, he, you know, I don't know. In the power dynamic, under no circumstance should Gabby be deceased. And it's interesting because there has never been reports of Gabby, like, what's the word? Assault from Gabby to Brian. There's been assaults from Brian to Gabby. And you know what the other thing was? The police The police, and we're going to watch that body cam footage, but that body cam footage, the police were like, well, she said that she's the aggressor. You said that she's the aggressor. And no witnesses have said that you're the aggressor. The guy who called 911 to report an assault literally said, I saw the guy hitting the girl. How is that not a witness? Oh God, it was the whole thing. Infuriating. But it's so gross. Yeah, and they were insensitive. I'm going to start out my video and just be like, if you're, saw the man slap the woman. Exactly. Those were his exact words. Where is my, this? Yeah. I don't know. The whole thing from start to finish is just right. Like it's nothing. Exactly. Like it's nothing. And also, I wanted to look at, if they could be charged with anything. And I guess because of timing and they can't prove, right, that the Laundries technically knew anything. But, I mean, technically they did, in my opinion, right? So they knew Gabby was gone. They contacted a lawyer for their son. They lied to the police and they're like, oh, that's both of their van in the driveway. No, sir. That van is Gabby's, okay? It's registered to her. It was financed by her. He stole money well, I guess that's a crime for him, not for them. But then he said, oh, and you know what else I found out when I was doing my research? In Florida, you do not have to report a crime. You do not have to report a crime. You are not obligated. It is not a chargeable offense if you do not report a crime. A murder. You do not have to report a murder. That's insanity. You should absolutely have to report. If you know that somebody, if you have information, you should absolutely have to say that. No, they can't be an accomplice. Because there's no, the federal, hold on, I have it in my notes. Let me see, hold on. I wrote it in my notes. Give me a second. Where is it? Oh, this is back. Hold on. When do I go back? Nope. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Nope. No, this is about the civil case. Hold on, I'm coming. No, this is... Oh, here it is. Potential charges. Where is it? There are no federal or Florida state laws that require someone to report a crime unless they are directly involved. Who the fuck is gonna commit a crime and be like, I did it, me? That's what I don't understand. Why are they not, like, if you have knowledge that a crime has been committed, You should absolutely have to report that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, what am I doing now? Oh, my highlighter. I have like specific steps that I do. But yeah, anyways, it's the whole thing is so bizarre. I don't know. I do not understand. But yeah, no, there's a lot of reasons that they have not been charged. And mostly it's because they cannot prove when or what they knew. Although, if my son, so I guess if you saw someone being murdered, you don't have to report it. Right. Exactly. I'll just go on. I was in the middle of grocery shopping, so I just guess I'll go do that then. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Because that's the thing. Like we just talked about. Who's going to tell on themselves? If they commit a crime, who's going to be like, yeah, listen, I've just committed this crime. Literally nobody. Nobody. Okay, I gotta do my eyebrows and then I'm done. But yeah. So that was wild when I found that out, because I'm like, well then how do you find out that crimes have been committed? I wonder if that's the same. Hold on, let me see if that's the same in every state. I doubt it. In the United States, the obligation to report a crime varies by jurisdiction. Generally, most states do not impose a legal duty on individuals to report criminal activities they witness or suspect. However, there are notable exceptions, particularly concerning serious offenses and specific professional roles. In Ohio, requires individuals with knowledge of a felony to report it to law enforcement. Failure to do so is a 4th-degree misdemeanor, punishable up to 30 days in jail and a $250 fine or both. Texas mandates that anyone who observes a felony that could result in serious injury or death must report it immediately. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Provided they can do so without placing themselves in danger. And Florida does not have a general statute requiring individuals to report crimes unless they are directly involved. What the fuck? That is so... No. If you witness or have knowledge of a crime... Hi, Rich Cat! If you have knowledge of a crime, you should have to report it. You should have to report it. What is that? I didn't even know that exists. See, we learned so much on this channel. I did not even know that existed. But I guess I could just be like, oh, look at that crime over there. Okay. It's so bizarre. So bizarre. I don't know. Hi, Ludwig. Good morning. As per law, you should not, though. Right. Just don't. Don't tell me about no federal offenses. It's a moral... Thank you. It's a moral obligation. I do have to tell you, though, if you commit a crime, do not tell me, because I will sing like a fucking bird. Sorry I'm coming in late. I don't know what you guys are talking about. We're talking about the fact that I just watched. Also, never apologize for coming late. No. I will thank you for coming at all. So we're talking about, I just watched the Gabby Petito documentary, and I was like, why are the laundries not being charged? This music is killing me. I am not in a fucking spa. Oh my God. No, I need no, hold on one second. This is, okay, I put on chill. I need lo-fi. Let me just, hold on, what do I like? I need happy, upbeat music. This is really bringing me down. Oh my God. Funky Mayhem? All right. Okay, much better. It's more my vibe, my morning vibe. I am not getting a massage right now. Seriously, they should have been charged with at least, yes, obstruction. Oh, so Ludwig. So that's what we're talking about right now, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready for me to blow your fucking wig back, okay? There are no federal or Florida state laws that require someone to report a crime unless they are directly involved. Uh-oh. Sorry. Hi, Nikita. I don't know why. Nightbot goes ham sometimes. So fucking ready. Wait. Oh, stop it, Nightbot, you jerk. Sorry, Nightbot's a jerk. But anyways. Yeah. You in Florida, if you witness a crime, you just don't have to report it. It's fine. And Medell, I didn't ignore your question. I'm going to answer it as soon as I'm finished with my eyebrows. Give me 1 second. Because that's another important question. If you witness a crime that involves a child, do you not have to report it then? Now, here's the thing. Do I blame? I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Yeah, that's because you're a good person. Hello, Nikita. Hi. Unfortunately, I don't understand what your comments are saying because they're in a different language. I wish I did. I don't understand anything in Russian. I don't speak Russian. Yo hablo español un poquito. I laminated my eyebrows for the first time. So good. Because mine, they say they're sisters, not twins. Bitch, mine aren't even first cousins. Okay? I have this one, which is perfect, and this one grows straight down. I don't even know. So I laminated my eyebrows, which, if you guys don't know, eyebrow lamination is basically a perm for your eyebrows. They're so good. It's so good. Although I do have to tell you, because I feel like I have more masculine features, when I don't wear makeup, especially when I let my mustache grow in. But anyways, I feel like when I brush my eyebrows up and I don't have makeup on, it looks very masculine. My eyebrows and lashes have become so what? It's so sad that Brian's parents had no empathy towards Gabby and her family. I can understand their natural instinct to protect the son, but at the end of the day, they should have done. Let's talk about it. Because here's the thing. Do I blame them for getting their son a lawyer? No, I don't. I think if they, if they understood that their son committed a heinous crime, then they should have been yeah, fine. Get a lawyer. That's fine. Hold on. I have to let my dog in. Give me 1 second. My beard is the same way. They're on two. So you can perm your beard. Did you know that? But anyways, I'm trying. What happened to my music? a lawyer, right? Get a lawyer. That's fine. Use all the legal resources that you have that are afforded to you in the United States of America. That is fine. What you should not have done, what my problem is the fact that you, eyebrows and eyelashes have become so weak as I've gotten older. Yes. Although my eyebrows grow straight, I've even tried like lash extensions. I don't like it. I would just rather, I always wear like fake lashes. Not today because it's stream day. And usually I have to wear my glasses because I have to read. But anyways, yeah, my hairline, after 2 kids, on my left side, I used to wear, I'll have to put a picture up, but I actually used to have like a mohawk, and I shaved the side of my head because all of this hair fell out. And then I've gotten COVID 3 times and my hair fell out after all of that too. So it's been great. I just didn't lose in hair. It's awesome. But anyways, my issue becomes not that they got their son a lawyer, but that they lied about the fact that the van was also Brian's, and about the fact that they had no idea where Gabby was. You, as a mother, I don't know if Nicole Schmidt could have texted my phone and I could have held back and been like, I don't know where your baby is. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, that's just so shitty. Also, you know what's even worse? If you've watched the documentary, the fact that Roberta Laundrie is making jokes to Cassie Laundrie about how they mistook Brian for her, and she's making, jokes kiki about, haha, laugh, about their fucking body shapes. And then Cassie is like, oh, they must have put their best guys on surveillance. Your brother's a fugitive. I have a lot of thoughts, but I will tell you that in my video and as I'm writing my script, I will show the same respect to the Laundries as they showed to the Petitos. So just get ready. Right. It seems like they were making fun of it. Exactly. They were so cruel to hold that info away from her parents. So many people believe that everything is someone else's fault, responsibility, and problem. There's too little person. I read a comment on Reddit, and it said, you can love someone unconditionally and hold them accountable. And I have to tell you, I don't know if a lot of people are going to agree with me, but I watched an interview with Stefan Stearns' parents, if you guys follow the Madeline Soto case, and I feel like that's what his parents are doing. They're like, yes, he needs to be in jail. Yes, he needs to be punished for his crime. Yes, so-and-so, show it. Anyways, but you can absolutely love people and hold them accountable. Absolutely. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I have to tell you, watching, and it's so funny, I didn't even learn Chris Laundrie's name until the end of the episodes, mostly because I didn't fucking care to. I just called him Mr. Laundrie because I don't fucking care to know what their names are. But anyways, to watch him rip Gabby's picture out of his truck like it was fucking litter was so gross. They are just gross people. And then Cassie goes and lies, and she's like, I don't even talk to my fucking parents. Where did these text messages come from then? No contact means no contact. Oh, liked and shared. Thank you, Rich. If there's a way to do it right, Stefan's parents are, hey, S. Tavares, how are you? As a good parent is also our job to teach our kids good accountability. Exactly. But the thing is, had they done the right thing, their son would still be alive. It's our job as parents to educate our children and teach them to accept responsibility for their own actions. I have to say, Gabby lived with them. You can't tell me that they didn't see some of the behavior that Brian that Brian was exuding towards Gabby. And as a mother and as a woman, let me find out that my son is doing some stupid shit like that to his girlfriend. Because I'll tell you what, we're going to have a conversation and then you're going to apologize. That's for sure. We do not treat people like that. I know I'm old, but it sure seems parenting has gone downhill since I was a kid. And that's coming from someone who grew up in a terrible, abusive and dysfunctional home. I have to tell you, yeah, we're talking about Gabby Petito. I have to tell you, it's funny because I grew up similarly and I have just found such a way to communicate with my kids and also realize that they're people. They can make their own decisions. They can, like, so the way that I parent is I ask a lot of questions, okay? So like when my daughter says like, okay, for example, I'll tell her to put her coat on. And then she goes and she goes and she goes and she doesn't put her coat on. And I'll be like, baby, what did I ask you to do? And she'll be like, I don't know. And I'm like, no, I asked you to do something. What is it? And she's like, put my coat on. And I'm like, what should you be doing? Because the thing that I want to teach my kids is fucking critical thinking skills. And you know what you don't have to do? Hit them to get them to do that. And it's funny because I watch my kids all the time and like everything they do, I'm like, I would have gotten hit for that. Oh, that's a hittable offense. Oh, I would have gotten slapped for that shit. Or like biffed upside the head or something stupid. And that's a thing that I learned. I remember when I was pregnant and we were talking about, exactly. You don't have to hit. And here's the other thing. What kind of fucking bully are you that you have to hit somebody that is 100 pounds less than you are and 5 feet fucking shorter? So, okay, let me tell you guys a funny story. My sister is young. She doesn't have kids. She grew up in the same house that I did. We were on a very long road trip, okay? And that's the thing, Lisa, though. People think that gentle parenting is like, oh, sweetie, don't do that. Please don't. No, that's not gentle parenting. Gentle parenting is having conversations with your children because they're real people. Gentle parenting is when my daughter says something to me that's out of pocket. I go, excuse you? And she goes, you're right. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. And we go, okay, let's try this again because it was a mistake. And that's the thing. Like, it's okay to, like, if you mean by gentle parenting, like, I don't hit my kids, yeah, then I gentle parent. But also, like, but here's the other thing. With calling your children on their bullshit, you have to also allow them to call you on your bullshit. So, for example, my daughter eats a lot of candy. So, she wanted to eat some candy at school. And I said, no, I have a piece of candy when you get home. Well, she had already had candy that day. And so she gets home and she's like, Mom, can I have this candy? And I'm like, no, you can't. And she's like, is there a way for me to see these? No. Okay. Hold on. I'll go back in the comments in a second. But she's like, Mom, can I have this candy? And I'm like, no, you can't. You've already had candy today. And she's like, excuse me, Mom. But you said that I couldn't have candy at school. And you said that I could have a piece of candy at home. And I was like, you are right. That is correct. I am sorry. You can, in fact, have your piece of candy. Like, she calls me out sometimes. But also, like, you have to, and also as a parent, guess what I've learned? It's not that fucking hard to apologize. It's not that hard. It's not hard to be like, you know what? I messed up. I hurt your feelings. I am sorry. From a third world country, and he was old-fashioned, believed in old-fashioned punishment, still not an excuse. No, it's not. I allowed my kids to make many decisions on their own regarding things that wouldn't matter 10 or 20 years down the road so that they wouldn't tune me out when it came. Right. I raised my babies with respect and dignity. That's because that's what they deserve. Sorry, I keep hitting enter too soon. My keyboard is too high up because I'm in a chair that's too low for my dad. I just imagine this. I definitely saw the behavior, but when you're a dysfunctional parent, dysfunctional behavior from your children doesn't appear abnormal. Also, yes. But, so, wait, I was going to tell you guys a story. Not about the candy. Oh, okay. That's what it looks like this? Right, we're all humans as well. Right. So, me and my sister are in the car in a 15-hour road trip with my 2 kids. We're on our way back home. Fun is over. We're ready. We're ready to get home, okay? Me and my sister are fighting now. Bitch, I forgot how old I was. I'm going to be 40 this year. I'm 39, okay? And she's 23, so she was maybe 20 at the time. So anyways, I had just made a comment because my kids were fucking stressing me out. And then me and her are fighting. And I said, if I was in the business of fucking hitting kids, I swear to God. And she goes, why don't you then? And I go, excuse you? And she goes, why don't you spank them? And I go, I'm mad at you right now. Is it okay for me to hit you? And she was like, no. I go, exactly. And she was like, wait a damn minute. I go, wait a damn minute. What do you mean? It was like all the logic just like flowed into her fucking brain. Oh, thank you. We talk about everything. Yes. Because you are also a person. You are also going to make mistakes. But that's the thing. I can't hit my husband when I'm mad at him. I would like to. Girl, I'd like to punch him in the middle of his sleep sometimes. Just for shits and gigs. Just for shits and gigs. Just imagine if you could just get one in while they're sleeping. But anyways, I would never. And even when I'm mad at him, like, you just talk about it. We never hit our kids. Right, because we were raised like that. It is not hard. I was going to say it's not hard to not hit your kids. But I'm like, sometimes I have to walk out of the room because I'm going to hit something. I gotta go. La 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 la. Like, I have to leave. But it's also not. I remember being in the 5th grade during oh yeah, me too. Yes, I was born in 85. Most parents who hit their children do so out of frustration and not due to misbehavior. And that's the thing. So in my house, everything was a hittable offense. Everything. I could understand in the time that I was raised. I mean, I guess I don't understand it now as a parent, so I guess I should be careful what I said. But I can understand a spank, I guess. Like, I'm looking back at my own childhood, but everything was worth spanking. Because in fucking 1989, nobody knew how to use their words. I'm gonna finish my makeup. You guys got me on a parenting thing. And now my eyeliner has dried out. Damn it. Oh my God, it really has. But that's the thing. Like, it's not hard to talk to them. It's not hard to put up boundaries with them. And, you know, one of the things that I am working on with my daughter likes to ignore me when she gets mad. And she does this thing where she goes into her room and she won't talk to me, but then she goes like, like, she wants you to know that she's upset. And I went into her room and I'm like, listen, I'm never going to chase you, okay? If you don't want me to come talk to you, then I won't talk to you. But if you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. But what you're not going to do is sit in your room and make a bunch of noises to passively aggressively let me know that you're upset. And she'll be like, okay. And I'll have to tell her, I'll be like, are you mad at mommy? And she'll be like, yeah. And I'm like, that's okay. You could be mad at me. That's fine. You have every right to be mad at me. You're still wrong. But you have every right to be upset. I'm dying about your story, but it's important, right? You know? But my sister grew up in the same house that I did. But people don't understand that because kids, it's like, oh yeah, you could just hit them because they're children. What the fuck? But I'll get arrested if I hit a grown-ass human? That doesn't make any sense either. How is it that if somebody pisses me off at a fucking grocery store and I pop off and hit them in the face, I'll go to jail? But if my children piss me off, babies, and I hit them in the face, 0 consequences. And I could do it in public if I wanted to. Huh. What sense does that make? None. See, this is why I really like having these conversations before our actual live streams. Also, just to let you guys know, I'll be back at 2 p.m. Eastern, and we will be watching the OJ deposition from the civil trial. Right, what about evolution? Use your words. But I have to tell you, it is hard. I have had to learn how to address my own emotions. Also because I'm a very fiery human being. I yell a lot. Gotta go, bye! Right. How about we unscramble a word for a minute to give you time to do a little makeup? What is that? Peanut? Is that how you spell peanut? I don't know. I was like Neptune, but that doesn't work because you need 2 N's. Peanut. Yay! It is peanut. Hooray! It's for chat. You can't get me with a riddle. All right. This literally, I dried this out so bad now. Oh my God, you guys want to see something so funny? So I went on Zlul to buy some glasses because they have like really cheap frames. And I got these glasses that looked so cool on screen. And they look so stupid on my face. But I can't do anything. So I just do like a little wing. And I do it because my eyes are hooded and I just feel like it gives me... Hold on, I have to show you guys these glasses. They're stupid as fuck. Hold on. And my husband is the nicest guy in the world. And I was like, honey, what do you think of these glasses? And he was like... And I was like, wait, maybe if I do my hair all big and then like my makeup really cute, maybe? And he's like, you're asking a lot of questions. I don't know. So anyways, these are the pair that I got that are really cute. They have like these little gems on the side and then they're purple on the top and then like teal on the inside. Love these. These are great. Hi, Jenna. I love these. Okay, great, cute. These, I was like, oh, these are cool as fuck, right? And then I got them and I was like, bitch, what the fuck? What? Why are they so big? Why? I was like, oh, geometric lines. I love them. What kind of face do I need to have for these? I feel like the front of a car. I want them to look so bad. Look good, so bad. I want them. Maybe if I do my hair big, I don't know. I love them, but they are so dumb on my face. I hate them. And I was like, I told my husband, I was like, I'll just wear them on stream. You know, I'm kind of quirky. I can do quirky shit. And he was like, yeah, that's quirky shit. It's quirky shit. Hi, S, how are you? Right, they're a fashion statement. They're just too much fashion for my little head. I have a little head. I can finally do mascara and then be done. But anyways, yeah, they're too much fashion statement. Too much statement. So, but they have another pair, so I'm like, they look like, shut up! Shut up! No! I'm gonna tell my husband that. He's gonna love it. They're a bicycle rack. Bitch, we going mountain biking. That's so goddamn funny. Oh my God. Good thing they were only like $12. I'm French. Hello, from France. From France? What the fuck? From France. Frances. I've come to believe that bold glasses and bright lipstick mean I don't have to worry about putting on any other makeup. So I wasn't gonna do it on stream because it's oh, you're from Germany? French. Hold on, let me show you guys. Hold on. So I guess Billie Eilish like went live while doing her makeup, and she was using this. And I got the nude one, which is still a little light for my lips. I have more pigment in my lips, but you put it on like that, like real thick, and you put on as a lip liner, and then it stains and it makes your lips look nice and big, and then you don't have to wear a lip liner. But I don't want to do it right now. I'll do it and let it sit for 15 minutes because I'd rather let it sit, because when you talk, it messes up. But this is the nude shade. My complexion's a little dark for this one, but stop it, Nightbot. But I think I want to get the pinked or maybe the mauve one. Oh, I love lip liners because see, I have, my line on my lips, if you can see it, it's like light. You know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to go into Nightbot and change that. People could spam caps if they want. I don't care. But so even when I put on lipstick, if I don't do lip liner, like you still see that light line. So I always fill in that line and it works really well. I'll do Nightbot in a second. I'm going to finish my eyelashes here. And then I won't wear false lashes because I'm going to have to wear my glasses so I can see. But anyways, but yeah, so I've been trying to do, like less maintenance so that I look better during the day. I have to tell you, when these bitches go to pick up their kids at school, girl, I'm Costco head to toe. Underwear, socks, sweatpants, 32-degree shirts, okay? These women are coming, they have pea coats and scarves and their hair's in buns and their makeup's done. And I'm like, I'm drowning. I can't get out of the house. What is happening? So I'm trying to like keep up, you know, but not too much because I'm lazy. It's so funny because I know all the, you know, teachers and stuff. And every time I go to school after I've filmed or a live stream, they're always like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, one day a week? What about Tuesday, bitch? So I'm just trying to take better care of myself. But sometimes you're lucky if I can get up and brush my teeth, okay? And that's on having ADHD. So, still look good in jammies. Thank you. Thank you. I'm darker skinned, so I've used a brown Maybelline eyebrow pencil on my lip line, then chapstick for years. It really works, and it's cheap. Eyebrow. You know, I never thought about that, but that has some staying power. Oh yeah, Jana, we have ADHD in this house. Well, I do. I'm pretty sure my son and my daughter do as well. My son he's 8 years old. He's nonverbal autistic. And it's funny because my mother-in-law, when we were finding out that he's autistic, she's like, do you think that my son, like my husband, her son, she's like, do you think he's autistic? And I'm like, no, I think it's me. And then as we go on, I'm like, oh, you're autistic as fuck. Yeah, like it's hereditary, and now I know where it comes from. But those moms do not have it. Thank you. I can't believe we made it to 10K. I am like, I don't even know what to say. Every time I open my app and it shows me that number, I'm like, this is crazy. ADH party here. Yeah. Although I do have to tell you, finding out like, you've been cracking me the fuck up. Yeah, now you get to see the real me, Ludwig. But yeah, I also figuring out like autistic traits in females and how it's different from males. I'm like, I don't know if maybe I'm ADHD and autistic. For fucking sure. For sure. People want real content. I'm trying to. I think I just had a fucking stroke. Hold on. I'm trying to tread a fine line of being sensitive for the topics that we're covering and also like authentically myself. But you can't have like a fun kiki when you're talking about murder. So it's like, okay, I have to like find the places to do that. Take the autism 50 question. Oh, okay. You know, I should do that right now, actually. I should do that right now. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to find out if I'm autistic right now. I can tell you the answer is yes. Maybe you're just busy. It can be so hard to focus when you have 3 or more things to manage every second. So having a stroke is considered the realest content. So let me tell you a little fun story. In my life, sort of, I don't want to say it spiraled on a downward trend since 2016 because I've had my kids. My life has changed. So in 2016, when I got pregnant with my son, my pregnancy made me realize how dysfunctional my family unit was. And I was like, oh no. I would never allow my kids to be treated this way. I will never allow my kids to grow up in this environment. But it took me getting pregnant and having one of my own children to realize that. So I cut off, I went no contact with all of my support system. And I also separated myself from people who, you know, just weren't going to be beneficial in my children's lives. And it's hard when you do that because that's all you've ever known, okay? And with doing that, when they say it takes a fucking village to raise children, they are not lying. And I have a village now. It was hard. And I have to tell you, like, my mom and I have not gotten along ever. My mom was a young mom, and she had me very young. And then she went on to have my siblings when I was 16. She had twins, and then she went on and had another baby at 23. As I've grown up and become a woman myself and become a mother, we are just 2 different people. And, you know, a lot of people will be like, you know, oh, you hate your mom. I do not. I don't hate my mom. In fact, it breaks my heart because I love my mom very much. But we as people are just on 2 different planets. And it's less about who she is, because a lot of people are like, well, why can't you just accept who she is and move on? Because it's not about who she is. It's who I become when I'm around that environment. And it is not good. It is not healthy. And it's very ugly. And I will tell you, I am a Gemini sun with a Leo rising and an Aries moon. I am ready to fucking just combat all the time. I'm ready to rage. I'm hiding razor blades under my tongue, okay? It is very hard. So I had to cut off my support system. And then I got my dream job. I don't ever want to tell you guys my real name, but maybe one day when I'm super famous, whatever. But anyways, I got a job where I was on TV for a while, here where I live. And it was my dream job. And it was so fun. And I had the best time. And then that lasted about 2.5 years. And then I got let go. So that was the first time that I ever got let go from anything. And it was like my dream job. She's got 14-person shakes. Hi, Mountain! I don't know why I screamed that. You're welcome. So in 2018, I got let go. In 2018, I was starting to find out that my son was autistic. So then I had entered into, if you guys are into makeup, I entered into something called the NYX Face Awards, which I got accepted into, and then I didn't make it through. So that was a big bummer. And then I actually set up a deal with TikTok when they were Musical.ly. Musical.ly reached out to me. They wanted to put me on their platform. which was becoming TikTok. I flew to LA. I went to do a bunch of things there. The people that I worked with were fucking assholes. And I got on the plane crying on the way home, and I deleted my TikTok account because I was like, this is not a company that I worked for, which I often regret because I could be fucking rich. But what? Like, what does it cost, you know? So there was that. So on top of all of that, I was like, baby number 2? Like, for no reason. Why the fuck? But anyways, so I got pregnant with my daughter. My son got diagnosed October 5th of 2019. We had my daughter October 22nd of 2019. So that's how fast this all happened. Then I'm at home with my son, who I'm dealing with the emotions of finding out that, and let me tell you, so no, I was not huge. No. But I have had, okay, so when I talk about finding out that my son had an autistic diagnosis, I want to be very clear. I had autism came with a very negative connotation, okay? When I grew up in school, and I think if you're around my age range, you can understand that kids who were autistic, and because they didn't have physical identifiers, like, you knew when a child had Down syndrome, you understood, right? With children who were autistic, it was like, oh, those kids look like us, but they're just stuck in this back room. They were just stuck in another room. It is not the way that it is now. And so anyways, we go to have my son, and I'm dealing with that because at the time, because I was so uneducated on autism and how it affects people and how it was going to affect my son and how it was going to affect me, we were dealing with that. And then we had my daughter, and then COVID came. So now I'm a stay-at-home mom. My husband is an essential worker, so he's going out into the fucking wild where there's a pandemic, to the point that when he comes home, he's stripping naked in the garage and going into the shower immediately. We were like trashing up his clothes. I have my 2 children, okay? I had postpartum with my daughter, and my son, now I have to fucking teach this kid in preschool e-learning. What the fuck? So it was just like, it was a whole thing, okay? Then, like, I went to therapy. I started getting things together, okay? We start getting together, okay? 2023, I wake up. Oh, I wish I could show you my screen. I'll have to show you guys because it's so fucked up. 2023, I'm packing my bag because my son is going on a field trip, and I was going to go chaperone. My mother-in-law is here. She's going to take care of my daughter. Great. Everything's great. I get up, I get dressed. I'm packing us a little lunch. My daughter comes out, and she says, "Hi, Mom." And I look over, and her fucking eye is dead. Dead. Here. Oh, well, I also don't want to show you her face. Anyways, her eye is drooped all the way down to the side, and her eyelid is half shut. And I looked at her, and she ran up to me and gave her a hug, and I held her. And in my brain, I was like, what the fuck did I just look at? And I set her on the counter, and I go, "Hi, honey." And she's like, "Hi, Mom." And she's like, she looks like one of those fucking goldfish at the pet store. And I was like, "What's up?" And she's like, "Nothing." And I'm like, "You got any pain?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Okay." So I run downstairs. So my mother-in-law's in the bathroom, and I knock on the door, and I'm like, "Karen?" And she's like peeing. She's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, I have to go to the hospital." And she's like, "What?" She opens the door, and she comes up, and she looks at my daughter, and she's like, "Oh my God." And I'm like, "Okay, you see it too. Like, I'm not fucking crazy, right?" And she's like, "No, I fucking see it." And then my dumbass, because at 39 years old, it's built into us that you do not go to the hospital unless you're fucking bleeding from your ears. So I start videotaping her face because I'm like, I'll be goddamned if I get to the fucking hospital and that shit works. I am not crazy, okay? And I don't know how many times you've taken your kids to the hospital and then they get there and they're fine. Fine, okay? So I go to the hospital and she won't show her face. And the doctors are like, "Oh, what's up?" And I'm like, "Her eye isn't tracking." And they're like, and you know what? I'll show you guys. I'll put up a thing. I don't even know if I have it on my computer. Hold on. Let me see if I have a picture of it. Hold on. But it's wild. I'll show you guys because it is. Do I have photos on here? Oh, I do. Here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, yeah. Maybe not. Library? Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. I got to go back. 2023. Here we are. So I'll show you exactly how she woke up. And I never show my kids on social media, but I will show you this because it is wild. So this is what my daughter looked like the night before, okay? We went to the circus. She got face paint. This is what she looks like, okay? She goes to bed. 8 hours later, this is what she looked like. Just let that suck in. So I go to the doctor or the hospital and they were like, "What do you mean it's not tracking?" And I was like, "Her eye ain't fucking moving. That's what I mean." And they were like, flew backwards completely, fine, and checked out in the hospital. My heart's, oh my God, Jesus. So, anyways, here's a lip stain. If you guys were wondering, it finally peeled off. So anyways, so I go to the nurse. The nurse is like, "Oh, we're going to high critical." The nurse is like, "All right, we're going to take her vitals, right?" And she starts taking her vitals and she's like, "Hey, baby, how are you doing?" And my daughter turns around and the nurse, she was like, "I'm just going to walk you back to a room. We don't even need to take vitals right now." And I'm like, okay. Like, whatever. So they take us back to the room and so we get to the room, 8 doctors come in and they're like, "Listen, we cannot treat you here," which they have a pediatric unit. I'll get to it, Jana. They're like, we have a pediatric unit, but we cannot treat you here. We have to send you to the children's hospital downtown. They're like, you have to see a neurological ophthalmologist, children specialties. Well, I was so calm because I had no idea what was going on. The nurses came in. When they were transferring us, they were putting us into the ambulance. The nurses came in. 4 of them with tears in their eyes gave me fucking hugs. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they were like, "Good luck, mama." And I'm like, I will fucking kill everybody in this room. Like, what the fuck is happening? So I did not realize that at the beginning, when you show things like that, typically it's a tumor, it's a stroke, it's a brain bleed. It's a lot of things that are very nasty. So we get down to the children's hospital and they all come in and they look at her face and they're like, okay. And they're not really making any decisions about what they're going to do. It's now 11:30 at night. And I have this doctor that comes in and he's about, I don't know, 20 years old. And he comes in and he's like, "Yeah, so do you think she could do an MRI? It's about 45 minutes. And I said, "No." And he's like, "Why?" I had to hold her down for a CT scan, which took 2 minutes at the other hospital. She's not going to be able to lay there for 45 minutes without me in the room in a fucking MRI machine. I was like, it's hard for adults to lay in an MRI machine. And so he was like, "Well, it's late and, we don't want to put her under anesthesia because it's a lot and it's a lot for little kids and it's we got to call them up here." And I go, "I'm going to stop you right now." I said, "Do you see my daughter's face?" And he goes, yeah. And I said, you are not getting me to leave this hospital until I get a clear picture of her brain. So however you have to do that, make it happen, because I have the money and I have the insurance. And he was like, all right, we'll call anesthesia. So they did an MRI. They ordered the MRI. They got it. Then they had to do it again and do a lumbar puncture. They put her under anesthesia. They knocked her out. So anyways, thank God we did that, because they found a 4 millimeter spot in the middle of her brain on her third nerve, her cranial nerve. And what that does is it affects your eye crossing this way and the opening of the lid and the constriction of your pupil. So they do all that. They do 1,000 tests. Nothing comes back. Nothing. They're looking for cancer. They tested her for herpes. They tested her for just anything and everything you could think of. The only thing that came back was called Mycoplasma pneumoniae. How long ago was this? So this was 2023. So it's Mycoplasma pneumoniae. So they diagnosed her with cranial third nerve palsy. They can't tell me if her eyesight. Oh, and at this time, she's losing vision because now her eye is like completely shut. So they're like, we were in the hospital for 8 days. 5 days she gets steroids, and they're like, all right, we're gonna have to work with you. You're gonna have to come back like every week, so on and so forth. So for a year, we patched her eye. I fashioned her some little glasses. I bought her fake sunglasses, and I pushed out this one, and then I covered this one with like patches and tape because she wouldn't wear an eye patch. Okay. So we do that. Her eyes starts coming back. Her eyesight starts coming back. We're like, this is great. Like, yes. But then I'm like, should we get another MRI because she has a spot in her brain? And they're like, no, the eye's coming back. So that's, you said she initially had no pain. Did that remain true? We'll get to that. So her eye comes back. Everything comes back. This is so great. Okay. June 10th, 2024. Last year. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on. 2023, there was a really bad thing that happened with my son at school. He's 8 years old, nonverbal. Okay. In that time, my daughter had gotten sick. I had to take her to the doctor. They checked her for strep throat. On the way home, my body decided I couldn't have any more. I had a panic attack while I was driving. The doctor was on the phone with me. I was shaking. I couldn't see. It was very bad. Long story short, I have gotten medicated. Woo-hoo! And it's great. I love it. Changed my life. Also, I realized that I had OCD once I had kids, but we'll get there. So anyways, okay. So now I'm medicated. Okay, changing my life. I've never been medicated before in my life. I am seeing the world through new eyes 40 years later. Don't mind me. Anyways, so 2024. June 10th, okay? The day before my birthday. My birthday is June 11th. I'm a Gemini, okay? We are supposed to go to ophthalmology to get her checked out. This will be her last appointment, okay? She wakes up, her fucking eye is crooked. And I'm like, what in the fuck? What in the fuck? So instead of taking her to how you do that? Aquaphor, girl. Aquaphor. I'm a slugger. A slug, bitch. So anyways, instead of taking her to ophthalmology, I take her back to the children's hospital. And to me, her eye is crooked, okay? I can see it. But now she has pain. Now she's throwing up. Now she's talking about double vision. We get to the ER. All the doctors come in and they're like, okay, we're going to see. They bring in the head doctor, some bitch I don't know, and the head doctor goes, I think it's just an ocular migraine. She goes, you suffer from migraines and your husband suffers from migraines, so I think it's just an ocular migraine, and I think we could just let her go home. And I looked at her and I said, ma'am, I have an 8-year-old autistic nonverbal son. This hospital is 2 hours away from my house. I said, do you think if I thought my daughter, who has been previously diagnosed with a postcranial third nerve palsy, had a fucking ocular migraine, that I would have driven down here to the hospital that served her 1 year ago today? And she was like, we're not admitting you. And I looked at her, and my girlfriend was with me who works for a different hospital. And she's like, we need to go. We need to go. She's like, I can see you getting irate. It's not going to change anything. We need to leave. And I'm like, okay. So we leave. The next morning, guess what? Her fucking whole eye is crooked. Well, that was dramatic. All my brushes just fell on the floor. Anyways, so guess what? I get somebody to watch my son again. I drive 2 hours again. And they admit us for 8 days again. They give her an MRI. And guess what? The spot, still fucking there. It's the same exact spot that it was the year before. So now she doesn't have a cranial third nerve palsy. She has a spot on her brain that they can't test because of where it is. So now they have to send us to rheumatology. So we go to rheumatology. They don't find anything. So now they have to send us to oncology. The fuck? So we go to oncology. So she had a MRI in September when her eye was doing just fine. Luckily, this time the steroids worked and her eye is doing just fine. So in September, they had a MRI. The spot is still there. So she is getting another MRI on March 10th, which is going to give us even more data. So here's what we're looking for. If the spot is the same size that it was in September, we're good. Okay, that means that it's not. Okay, so here's what the oncologist told me. Tumors don't typically react to steroids. However, sometimes they can in their infancy. So if the spot is bigger, that'll put us back in the hospital this year in the summer. And that's telling us that she has a tumor that will never be able to get out of her brain because of where it is. It's like directly in the middle of her brain. If it's not growing, what that tells us is it could be scar tissue, or it could be just a spot, like a lesion that she has in her brain that for some reason, when she gets the mycoplasma, her immune system attacks this spot. Now, here's the thing. You can have tumors up and down your body unless you get an MRI or unless it's pushing on a nerve to have a physical identifier of some sort. You'll never know. So we don't know when that spot got there. She could have been born with that spot, and then all of a sudden it got inflamed, and that's what happened to her eye. So I don't know how I could manage that. Medication. I am on medication, and it's great. I love it. I'm a whole new person. A whole new world. But still with my sparkle. I was so worried I was going to lose my sparkle. I told my doctor. I was like, I don't want to be unfunny. And he was like, I think you're going to be fine. Are there things that can trigger the inflammation? So it's interesting because she's gotten the flu, she's gotten COVID, she's gotten colds. She's a 5-year-old little girl. She goes to preschool. She gets sick all the time. But whenever she gets this mycoplasma pneumoniae, 2 weeks afterwards, she's hospitalized. So she was hospitalized May 22nd of last year. No. May 22nd of 2023. June 19th. Yes. No. Juneteenth. I remember it was Juneteenth that I took her to the hospital and they sent me home, and it wasn't all the regular doctors because of the holiday. So then it was June 20th that I took her back. So she was hospitalized June 20th. So if it's growing, that's a problem. But we won't know until next Monday. So fingers crossed. Anyways. Also, like when people are like, how do you do that? You just do it. I bitch a lot. I will tell you, this instance with my daughter really fucking shook my faith. Like, I am a spiritual person. I grew up Catholic. And being in the hospital, everybody was like, we're going to pray for you. And I'm like, well, somebody fucking is. Because I was so mad. I went to bed the first night and I, for 40 years, have said my prayers every night, every single night. And I remember laying down and I remember being like, how the fuck do I pray to the person, thoughts on gay? What? Thoughts on gay? I think gay people are awesome. I don't give a shit. Who cares? Which is one reason that I've let the Catholic faith go. How people want to live their life and be happy is none of my fucking business. Also, I'm bisexual, so that's my thoughts on gay. But I was just like, you know what? I can't pray right now. I can't. Like, and that's the thing. So when we talk about God, whenever I talk about God, my God is he's understanding. I say he, I don't know why, but he's understanding. He's compassionate. He's forgiving. And that's the thing is like a lot of like my family members, my husband is, I don't know, sometimes he's atheist, sometimes, veteran! I have to head back to work. You and your husband deserve red capes for going through all that. I wish the best for your daughter. Also, no way you're 40. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're the best. Go to work. Don't go to work. Just stay here with us all day. Just do this. It's way better. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. My daughter had a VSD. What is that? She was so delirious, I thought she'd die. I can relate, but true. You just do it. Yeah, you just do it. Finding flaws in others only shows how flawed we are. Others' personal preference and biology don't affect me at all. Live and let live. Ventricular septum defect. Oh, what is that? Well, so here's the thing. So, my husband is sometimes agnostic, is sometimes atheist, whatever day it's on. A hole in the heart. Oh my God, Jana. Jesus. And she put the nail in the electrical socket. She's really trying to test this shit out, isn't she? Oh my God. That's crazy. But my family members will be like, well, it just worries me that like your husband's not going to go. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. I was really worried about it. I always wear my hair down because I think that I have like a weird shaped head. But I was like, you know what? I'm pulling this shit back. Actually, you know who I was inspired by? Annie Elise. She always wears her hair like this. And I'm like, I'm going to try it. But anyways, so they'll be like, you know, we don't know if your husband's going to go to heaven. And I said, listen, my husband is the kindest, most generous, most thoughtful human being that I've ever met, which is why I married him. I said, if I get up to the pearly gates and Peter's like, he ain't getting in, but some motherfucker who's got a rap sheet who decided to go down to the local church and repent and believes is like, I believe Jesus is God's son, he can get in. This is not a place I want to be. And here's the thing. I think that God knows your heart. Period. It doesn't matter whether you believe in him or not, because you can sit in the first pew every Sunday and still be a piece of shit human. So I think it's about your body of work. I think you get up there, they get a binder, they're like, let's go through it. Ooh, you might have messed up here. But, you know, I think it's all, what did you do with your time that you're here? Was it good? Was it bad? And I got to tell you, with a lot of the stuff that's going on and people who hide behind Christianity to promote their own personal hatred, which I hate, because I grew up reading the Bible. I grew up believing in Jesus and God, and these are very compassionate, loving people. And people who use that to just promote their hatred instead of being like, yeah, I hate you. They're like, oh, no, but the Bible says. Bitch, no, it doesn't. But anyways, my thing is, for the second coming of Jesus, he's going to be mad at y'all. Very upset. He gonna be mad. So, y'all in trouble. Ooh. But, yeah, I don't know. I was Catholic light, I guess. But anyways, we have gone on a journey today, I have to tell you. This is quite the journey. But this is great. I loved this. I got about 10 minutes before I got to go. Other than one person, do you feel medical staff are taking... Oh, no. No, her case has been... Actually, you want to know something very funny? She might make it into a book because she is the only documented case of her kind. They were like, your daughter is an anomaly. And I was like, she couldn't have fucking picked piano? Like, that was... Bye, have a good day. But I was like, she couldn't have picked one of these other things. Yeah, so she is setting the precedence. I know. I'm like, you couldn't, you want to try juggling? Cello, maybe? I played the cello. Maybe we'll try that. Like, anything other than this. That is exactly how I feel about that subject. I've never fully believed, but I know I've never hurt anyone and always tried to do the right thing. I've done things I'm not proud of, but that's the thing, right? Like, we're all human. We're all going to make mistakes. It's about what you do with that information. I think that's important. Guitar, right. I could play guitar. I grew up non-denominational, but I agree with the overall sentiment. It's true no matter what you believe in: God, the universe, life itself. Hey, Miss Alive. But I just wanted to say the channel is amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Thoughtful Doom Guy. I'll be going live today at, well, I say 2 p.m. Eastern, but I'll just go early. I just like to show up. I just like to set the 1 p.m. so I can actually be on time. But the premiere yesterday. But yeah, I'll be going live today. Today, we're going to watch the OJ deposition because I want to fill my afternoon watching what a piece of shit OJ is. But yeah. Yeah, I just think, I think we are here to teach, and I think we're here to learn. Like, I think we're always here to learn, and I think if you make mistakes and then you fix them, was true. But, you just try to fix it, and you just try to be a good person. I think that's what's important. But, I don't know. I know, like, to keep people happy, I'm not supposed to talk about, like, politics or religion, but I don't care. Oh, good, Lisa. Is it Lisa? Liasa? Leisha? How do I say it? Frisia, Leisha? Is it Leisha? Or is it Lisa? Help me. Creole? Shut up, Creole. Where? Are you from Louisiana? Because I'll die right now. Because then we have a lot to talk about. Hi, Zara. Your peeps are? Me too! Ah! I love it. I love it. I have an uncle who basically lives in the swamp, and every time I go down there, I'm like, you need subtitles. I know you're speaking English. I have no idea what you're saying. None. Not me reading that is creepy, Lisa. Yes. My people are... You're in Canada? It's really cold. It's actually pretty warm here. I'm in America, and it's about 40 degrees. What does my watch say? Loading the weather. It's telling me about the wind. Tell me what the weather is. What? 59 degrees. Hilarity. Yes. Yes. So my family is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Thank you. And actually I got kicked out of my house when I was like 17, right after I graduated high school, and I went down there and I lived there for okay, so let's back up. My aunt met my uncle in Tennessee when I was like 6, and then within 6 months they were married, and she moved down to Louisiana, and she's been there for the past 100 years. So every summer my mom would ship me off down there, and I would just spend my whole summers there, and I would ride horses and I would pen cattle and I would do all sorts of fun shit. Well, then when I turned 17 and my mom kicked me out of my house, I went to go stay with my girlfriend for one day, and my aunt, I'm 40. I'm going to be 40 in like 3 months. I'm 39. But anyways, so I went down to my girlfriend's house, and my aunt, my mom's sister, called me, and she's like, bitch, I'm getting you a train ticket. You're coming down here. You're going to live with me. And I'm like, no. And she's like, get the fuck on the train. So I took a train to Memphis. My uncle picked me up with him and his friend, I forgot his friend's name, but in a fucking, with a cattle trailer in the back, and they drove me the rest of the way. And then I stayed there for 2 years, and I became like a ranch hand, and I would pen cattle and fucking, do all sorts of fucking crazy shit. And I'm like, this is my dream. And then my aunt's like, it's been 2 years. You need to fucking do something with your life. So my mom and my aunt constructed a little plan for me to come back to where I live and go to beauty school. And they were like, listen, we don't care if you don't want to do this for the rest of your life. You need a fucking job. And I was like, okay, fine. So, and I hated anything girly. Like, I wanted to be a mechanic when I grew up. And so I went to beauty school, and I was like, bitch, I'm fucking good at this. So I did that. I've been doing hair for the past 20 years. And then it was like my pipe dream to go live in Baton Rouge. And my grandparents moved there. They retired. They moved down there. And I was like, I want to go be with my family. And I was looking at apartments, and I'm like, I'm going to get out of here. And then me and my husband start talking. See, he fucking ruined everything. Here I am. Just kidding. I love him so much. Catching up, I stepped away, let the dogs out, and get meat out. Oh, I have to get meat out of the freezer. My husband needs to eat. Any belief that relies on fear and guilt to motivate followers is harmful and toxic. Period. In my opinion. Doing my hair would not be dissimilar to doing work on an automobile. I feel like it would be much dirtier. We could connect with the divine without religion. I'm super spiritual. I'm actually, all right, this is going to sound fucking crazy. Thank you, Kobe. I used to do like tarot readings and stuff. And then, what's my religion? Hot Cheetos. I don't know. I don't really have one. I mean, if you want to get technical, I grew up Catholic, but I don't subscribe. I unsubscribe. My religion is that as long as people are doing consensual shit that makes them happy, it's none of my fucking business. That's my religion. Period. Flying spaghetti monster. I believe in the universe. I definitely believe that there's something bigger than us out there, for sure. For sure. You're Muslim? That's cool. I don't know anything about being Muslim. I don't know anything about other than being Catholic. As far as religion, and I've never hit the bell or subscribed. I don't have notifs on for that, bitch. I gotta turn Nightbot off on these caps. Cause look, it's not even letting people put emojis. Nightbot. All right, I'm gonna change Nightbot because Nightbot hates me. Chat moderation. I'm just gonna turn everything off. It doesn't need to. There. Now you guys can spam all the emotes. Silly. Remember, oh, shut up, ASL. Girl. Not me, 12 years old in an AOL chat room. 18. Female. Hot Miami. Barely clothed. I'm fucking 12 wearing my Jinko jeans and like a fucking Spencer's hoodie. And then some guy's in there and he's like, I like to suck toes. And I'm like, oh shit. You're 11? Oh my God, get out of my chat. No, seriously though. I am not for children. I am not for children. I have 2 kids. I'm not for them either. Don't worry. Oh my God. My friend Respawning Rachel, we grew up together. And one time we got in trouble. Well, I got in trouble because I gave somebody online my fucking phone number before I knew. And they called my house. And my mom picked up with the cord. Haha, hello. And then you know what happened? She came into my room and she goes, did you give some motherfucking stranger on the internet our phone number? And I was like, no. And she was like, they're on the phone right now. They're fucking asking for you. And I'm like, ah. Basically, I got grounded. I think we're all in an ant farm being watched by something way bigger. I love that. Alien ant farm. A person said, I have so many CDs. I have so many CDs. And I shouldn't, hi, Lucia. And I shouldn't say this because I don't want to get in trouble. But your girl was a Bear Share master. Had some LimeWire with a little bit of Napster, okay? I have those mixes. Before TikTok was doing mashups, I still have them on CD in my fucking garage, okay? Those weird mashups that you'd get from like those, yeah. It's illegal. Shh. Shh. I wish they still had that shit. So trouble, and he didn't pay postage. So it was cash on delivery. Oh no! Your mom's like, you gave someone our address and we have to fucking pay for it? Get out of here. Oh my God. All for a System of a Down CD. Holy shit. Wake up. Put a little makeup. Yup. Oh my God. I love this conversation. I remember when we had beginning internet stuff. It was so fun. I do miss AOL. I miss that little door opening sound. And then you're like, oh my God, is that my crush? And it was, and they wouldn't talk to you, and you're like, anyways. In 2005, I'd like to see them. My husband saw them, and he thought they were pretty great. But, yeah. The creaky door. Right. Yeah. Or you'd see them, and you're like, do they see me? And then the door would slam shut, and you're like, cool. And then you'd put up some lame fucking, like, I don't even know. The world is a forever shedding skin. Like something like fucking that you think is, what's the word? Just like so profound. You're fucking 12. Jesus Christ. My alarm. Okay. I will see you guys in about 2 hours for the live. Very Tumblr. I never got on Tumblr. I will see you guys for the live in about 2 hours. I have to get my daughter. I have to feed it. I have to water it. And then I can go live on the interwebs. We will be watching the OJ deposition. So we'll be talking all the shit. That will be on Landscape. So I'll be on a real computer doing real shit with my real bicycle rack. So what's our topic? OJ! OJ Simpson. All right, I have to go. You guys are the best. Bye.